Um, okay, so I chose the topic 3D printing drugs because I thought it was a cool, innovative idea, and like in our Farm 280 class, we're doing like AI machine learning, so I think it would like fit in with like innovation studies, and yeah, so I'm guessing a lot of you guys are already familiar with how like 3D printing is being used in like industries like construction, aerospace, engineering, and like automotive. Like they print out parts that are used for like prototypes or like specific machine parts that they need for their projects. So, but today I'm going to be talking about how 3D printing can be brought into pharmaceutics and drastically change the way personalized medicines are developed. So these are kind of the aims of 3D printing in the pharmaceutical industry. So it's all centered around flexibility for personalized medicines by adjusting like drug doses and like the combinations and drug release. And it's just better for compliance for patients like on demand. So it'll take like pharma companies a long time to develop drugs for like a standardized general population, but for 3D printing, it's more specific for a smaller group of people. Okay, so over this like slideshow, I'm just gonna talk about some of the advantages to 3D printing medicine, and I'm going to be giving an example of how it works by using a company's model called TriStack, and it's going to explore how like the 3D printing process works, and I'm going to talk about the future of where this technology can go from here. So some of the advantages are that 3D printing is better suited to optimize development of personalized medicine for special populations. So some issues with standardized drugs like today, children may have like particular like reactivity during like growth stages and like have like a greater sensitivity to the medication. But and the older population may have like reduced absorption and metabolism, and like this is where like 3D medicine or 3D printed medicine comes in because it's highly flexible to produce personalized dosage and taste and like size for people who like can't swallow like large pills. It's just better for compliance for like populations that just cannot take the normal standardized drug. And then it also has precise control of drug release. And so drug release formulations are really complex, and that's why in like big pharma companies they take a long time to develop, and sometimes it's like since the machinery is so large, like it's kind of hard to like make or manufacture personalized pharmaceutics like on demand because it would waste a lot of resources because of that small group that need it. And the fix with 3D printed medicine is that it overcomes the challenges of by enabling the precise combination of multiple drugs and the creation of complex designs and quick adjustments for like the printing parameters. So this just allows for a faster, more efficient production of customized drug release, improving treatment precision and patient outcomes. And then lastly, we have rapid integration of the products. So because of 3D printing, the production is like a lot faster because in large scale production, uh, you produce like in bulk. So it limits like the flexibility to certain populations, and making drugs specific for the population may not be necessary because it wastes a lot of resources if like only a small group of people are going to be um, using it. So 3D printed medicine, because the system is less complex and like smaller and like a smaller form factor, less steps are needed to change the variety of drug produced at a faster rate, and it doesn't waste any resources. And I'm going to discuss how it works using TriStack. And there, TriStack is the current global leader in 3D printing medicines, and it utilizes something called melt extrusion deposition technology. And this is like kind of the model here. So the process is that they first the active pharmaceutical ingredient, the API, and the excipient are mixed into a chamber and loaded into a movable semi-solid. So Then the mixture is going to be extruded out right here, and this is kind of like the, like on like regular 3D printers, there's like a platform where like it just develops slowly. That's kind of like the same thing here. And then by layer, it's gonna get like it's gonna grow, and eventually, like a 3D printer, the drug will form shape and become a usable tablet for therapeutic treatment. Okay, so TriStack's impact on precise drug release. So how I discussed about like how it has precise control on the drug release. In 2021, the FDA approved TriStack's 3D printed pharmaceutic called T19, and it's designed for circadian rhythm of rheumatoid arthritis, and patients will take it at bedtime, and their blood concentration will peak during bedtime or peak during the morning, and it maintains blood concentration during the day for optimal therapeutic effect. So this is like the first, or not the first, but one of like the 3D printed drugs that are actually being used today. And symptoms related with it is pain, joint stiffness, and dysfunction. And now I'm going to discuss the future. So currently, it's still like in its like baby stages. It's like the first ever 3D printed pharmaceutical was only made in 2015, and it still faces multiple challenges with needing like a lot of bright-minded mechanical engineers and like pharmacy researchers, and it still faces like strict like legal regulations, and it deals with a lot of policies like is it safe or stuff along those lines. But from here, the 3D printed drug industry is still like relatively new, but it's still developing. And the aim is to eventually have 3D printed pharmaceuticals at your local pharmacy so that it's more available for patients that are in need for specified medicines. And that's it. Here are my references. Thank you.